Hi, and welcome to another episode Around the Neighborhood with me, Scott McMahon. And this is a show about the quest for fun, history, and mystery in our backyards. And today we're going to be headed back to another Wednesday at the Willamette Summer Market, where we'll discover all the liquor goodness, alcohol goodness of our local moonshiners. And as you can see, we are nowhere near West Lynn or the Willamette Market, but we're here at the coast, and that's where our story begins. When it came to Prohibition, Oregon was actually ahead of the curve because way back in 1836, missionaries formed the Oregon Temperate Society, and their presence and mission became part of Oregon state laws for many years after. And believe it or not, a lot of Oregon's historical banks that exist today were built off the profits of liquor sales. But that didn't stop the temperance movement from declaring public drunkenness a public health crisis, and were able to pass Prohibition in the state of Oregon in 1914 to be enforced in 1916. Federally, Prohibition didn't get passed until 1919, so Oregon was a dry state 3 years before the United States passed it as an amendment. Fast forward a few years to 1932, and illegal liquor sales had become big business for over a decade, and Oregon was no exception to this illegal profiteering. In February 1932, a boat named the Sea Lion ran aground here in Whale Cove, or back when they referred to it as Bootlegger Bay, but we know it as Depot Bay today. Anyway, the Sea Lion was manned by 3 Canadians who buried 400 cases of whiskey in the sand and then set the boat on fire, I guess to hide their tracks. The Canadians would switch out the license plates and steal a car to drive up to Portland. But they fell asleep at the wheel and crashed into a ditch where the police found them and saw that the license plates were switched. The Canadians were arrested, and the fire that they set the boat back at Bootleggers Bay, well, that drew enough attention by the locals who found all the buried cases in the sand. Now that's just the beginning of the story. The Canadians and the 400 cases of whiskey were held at the Toledo jail, which is just a few miles inland from Newport and Depot Bay. And a few months after the arrest of the Canadian bootleggers in the dead of night, men in 4 vehicles drove down the streets of Toledo towards the jail. Armed with machine guns and welding equipment, these men broke out the Canadians, grabbed as many of the cases of whiskey as they could, and headed back north to Portland. The jailbreak was led by the Rameli gang. The ringleader, Paul Rameli, was an international motorcycle racing champion who held world records, but I guess he dabbled in bootlegging on the side. Anyway, someone snitched about the jailbreak, and the police from Tillamook came racing down towards Toledo when they passed an unusual convoy along Highway 18. So they spun around, and guess what? That was it. The bootleggers just stopped and surrendered. There was no shootout, there was no bloody demise. That was just the end of the story. There's a great story about all of this over at the Oregon Historical Society's website and our state government's website, which I'll leave links in the description. But yes, that's a little bit of history of moonshiners and bootleggers here in Oregon. But today, you don't have to smuggle in whiskey from Canada or do a jailbreak or be on the run from the police. You can simply go to your local farmer's market, and that's where we're headed right now.
How's it going? How are you?
Hi, Marissa. Hey, dude. Howdy, how are you guys? Good. This is another daughter right here. Another working day. Maui Melt. What the heck is a Maui Melt? Are you guys first Wednesday here?
It is. It's our first time. So
oh,
these
welcome.
are our Hawaiian sea salt caramels, and we specialize in making melt in your mouth. Don't stick to your teeth. All pure ingredients used. They're amazing. You have to try one.
I gotta try one.
So we do bacon topped. We do coconut toasted.
Maui Melts.
Melt in your mouth. Don't stick to your teeth. Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to the first Wednesday
Thank
here.
you.
Oh my God! It has like a lasting
taste to it.
Yes.
Like it just after it's melted, you
Then
still
you get
taste
the salt. You have a little bit of salt left
Yeah.
in your tooth, and then you want more.
But a little bit of sweetness still left
Yes.
around.
Let's get you a different flavor. How about the bacon?
it. Oh my god, it's so good. You can't see me smiling. My eyes, I had to get more
Right.
expressive.
You can see it in the eyes though.
These are awesome gifts.
Here's our flyer with information on the bottom. We have a website that you can order off.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab
We have
that.
novelty items there
Awesome.
too.
Okay. Again, what you don't see in video is the smell right off the bat. So good.
So the only thing is, when I'm
Brrrr, and the drum roll goes.
drink out of it in the morning, and
Thank you.
think of us. Drop a piece of caramel in there. Oh, it's to die for.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well,
Take
have a great afternoon.
Bye.
Oh, so the line's always busy here.
So the first note is the golden pear,
Uh-huh.
and then the second note is the pepper in the back, which is the lavender, and the third note is the juniper berries.
That is so good.
And it drinks like a whiskey because if you're on ice, it kind of changes on you, it becomes
Yeah.
spicier.
Yeah.
The lavender takes over. So it's
I'm so
the
bummed
Schutz
I
Brewery
just
actually
bought
use
some
our
gin.
gin for their gin and tonic, so is Salashan.
Yeah.
It's amazing gin.
Okay, I'm gonna need 2 bottles of that.
Okay.
See, yeah.
But it's named after my dad.
That's your father right there?
Yeah, that's my father, and that's my father. And the guy next to him is Pele.
Oh, Pele?
The
Like
greatest
the
soccer
soccer
player
player?
ever lived, yeah.
Wow.
My father used to say that soccer was his hobby, no, his work, and his baking was his hobby.
Oh, nice.
And he was the #1 baker in Los Angeles, and he used to do it for the Beatles, all the Hollywood scene.
Cool.
The biggest cake he ever made was for Golden Mare 50th anniversary. He had 50 different scenes of different movies on a cake, sheet cake on a
Wow.
stage.
Goodness, that's amazing.
Nobody wanted to eat it.
Yeah. I don't blame him. Yeah.
In fact, you can go online on Gumper's Distillery,
Uh-huh.
and there's a video on my parents, of both my father and mother, telling the story of how they survived World War II. This is right after Schindler's List,
Yeah.
and I didn't know half the stuff that my parents were actually spilling their guts on TV. I mean, when they were filmed,
Goodness.
and it's just whoa. It
That
kind of explains a lot of things.
Yeah. Wow.
Your dad was a referee, right?
Right there.
So he's a referee for soccer. The Pele actually stayed at his LA house. Is that true?
That one I don't know.
Oh.
Because he has a signature of Pele, so he must have got it. Must have been done it before, yeah. The movie Combat. Remember Vic Morrow,
Oh yeah.
the German guy?
Okay.
That's the guy that stayed,
Oh.
And he actually got married in our house. He was also Victor from The Young and the Restless for years and years.
So he played he played the German heavy. Is that it?
Yeah, he was the German guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the German.
Yeah.
The only reason I.
Also, Rat Patrol. He was the German guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's a story in itself because if your father was a Holocaust survivor,
Yes.
years later in Hollywood.
And there is a German.
Oh my god, that is.
This
Yeah.
is my father.
Yeah.
My father never held a grudge against anybody, even though he went through all the stuff he went through. That's why he depicts the sense of humor here. He was always a joker. The police department, they used to come to the bakery all the time, and everybody knew who was in Herman's Bakery because my father used to put his hand in the dough, and they used to kind of say hello, and they would have a mark on their uniform. So he was amazing.
What a great story. The man, the myth, the legend, the gin. This is great. I hope to get an opportunity to get out to the
Yeah, please
speakeasy in Redmond, when I can.
Yeah,
so
please do.
I'll let you know. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Hi, how are you guys? You don't happen to have the word out is that you might have horchata?
Yes,
Actually, just brought some for you. We don't.
necessarily.
They don't know. So this is just me because I complain. Not complain. I was a whiner.
Just to make sure we get you something. Yes.
I will take the biggest thing you can give me.
To help you out there in the minute.
So later tonight, we'll come back to J&R Mexican Foods. This is our dinner for tonight. My wife loves Mexican food, and I told her about this place, and so we'll be back for some street tacos for sure. But in the meantime, I've got to get my horchata on. Oh my goodness. So I got my Grammy's donuts. I've got my horchata from J&R Mexican Foods. Now the thing about the horchata, they don't normally sell it because there wasn't as big of a demand as it was for me. Apparently they brought me a special horchata just because I was complaining about it too much. So now I get to have my horchata with my donut. It's more rich than some other horchatas I've had before. So yummy. This, or you could, nice.
Where are you?
Very cool.
Hi, good, how are you?
So you guys have been here since the first Wednesday, right? Dregs? Or like the second Wednesday?
Yes. So it is a potato-based vodka, and it has been filtered over 60 times. So that makes it a little bit more smooth than most vodkas. It's distilled down in Springfield, Oregon, and everything is 100% Oregon made and grown. So the potatoes are out in Eastern Oregon. The bottle's made here as well, and like the sticker design and everything. And then 100% of the profits go to low-income youth charities in Portland. We support a few different ones: the Youth Builders Program, the SMART Program, and Peer Mentorship Group. They're all in Portland. We're actually finally donating a big chunk of it, like $10,000 tomorrow.
Do people like to have it with lemonade?
It depends. Some people like it straight to try it. You can try it that way, and then I can add lemonade on top. Some people like the refreshing lemonade on top in the beginning. So,
Oh, I see.
whatever you prefer.
Well, we'll take it straight. And then let's see here. All right, here we go. Cheers.
What do you think?
Oh, it's good. It goes down smooth.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, let me put my vest back on. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I think my wife bought some.
Good. Yeah. It is smooth. It's like surprisingly like with the lemonade you feel like you can't even.
But that was like just straight. It was good. A nice little warm.
Yeah.
If I have a cold or something, you know, like down the throat. So I can have a little mint.
Yeah,
too?
absolutely. And if you want one with lemonade too, just let me know. Yeah. And the name Dregs is like, it comes from like, you know, in coffee and whiskey, the leftover stuff at the bottom is called dregs.
Yeah.
So it's more like we're trying not to leave humans behind in that kind of way. So it's like dregs and there's human hands. It's like
I see.
community bringing things together.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much. So I'm finally making my rounds to all the bootleggers.
Yes.
So
love
the
that.
history.
All about bootlegging here.
So I was here on the first Wednesday,
Yeah.
and I was just admiring the artwork, and then you said the stories behind each drink concoction.
Yeah.
Can you share us a little bit more about the stories?
Yeah. The owners found that recipe in an old cocktail travelogue book, started batching it for a friend's birthday, and the recipe came from kind of like a Anthony Bourdain kind of style guy who was going around the country during Prohibition, or going around the world during Prohibition, and
Back in the
finding
20s and 30s?
Yeah, finding the best cocktails around the world. Found that one in the Philippines, started making it, and put the recipe in that book. It's gin, lemon, simple syrup, and bitters, and lintic means lightning or damn it. And then paper plane we've got here. Kind of like a whiskey sour cocktail. A bartender in Manhattan was making it in the early 2000s, and it's actually named Paper Plane after the MIA song Paper Planes, because he was listening to that song while creating that one. It's kind of like dry whiskey, Amaro, and lemon, so it's bitter, it's sweet, sour. We've got little Paper Plane Jane on the label there.
Oh yeah. And these small bottles, how much is the packet?
It's $28.75, and you get a single cocktail of each of them. Margarita hasn't quite made it in there yet. She's the newest one, newest member of the gang.
Is that how you pronounce it?
A pico.
A pico spritz.
Pico.
Oh, perfect.
It means literally nothing.
Like, it leaves nothing. But...
It's got that nice fresh bitter bite up front.
Did you get them at Costco?
Yeah.
Everybody
Interesting.
It's really different across the board. They all have different like bites and attitudes to them, I'd say. So there's kind of something for everyone.
Bottoms up. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you so much. Okay, I got a few more moonshiners to talk to, but making my way, drinking a little bit through the market. Oh, hi. Hey, how are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Free beer. So this episode I'm working on is called featuring all our modern day moonshiners. Okay. You are a moonshiner. So, you know, drink history. So can you tell me a little about your drink here?
Yeah, absolutely. We're a coin toss brewing company out of Oregon City, and stoked to be here at the farmers market. It's a beautiful night, and tonight we've got a couple different beers that we're sampling for folks, including our pickle beer, which you see is we have to actually put up a sign and let people know when it's here or not. And it's our light lager blended with bread and butter pickle juice, and it was a beer we made 3 years ago as a one-off, and it's become so popular I have to put up a sign when I have it and when I don't.
Oh. Would I be able to get a sample of it, or do you have any samples left?
I do. Would you like a sample?
I would love a sample. Right. I think they would too.
I've never had it. They can attest to the pickle beer.
Yeah, Jim knows me.
Oh, so you're drinking other versions?
I drink that pickle beer. It's much better man. When it comes around, it's really good.
All right.
So here you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
Some away from people, and then I'm gonna drink this. Here we go, my pickle beer. Ooh, my maiden voyage.
Perfect beer for a day like today when it's hot outside. It's a
That's
good beer.
a nice aftertaste. It's like a buttery or no nutty.
Well, it's bread and butter pickle juice.
That's what you
so
said, bread and
sweet,
buckle.
sweet
Bread and buckle. Bread and butter. I think try bread and buckle next time. This is good. Oh, look at this. But this is a sampler then, right?
Yeah, so we have we love doing this at the markets. It's a sampler pack, so it comes with 6 different beers. It's a good kind of cross section of what we do. So it comes with the pickle beer, comes with the habanero stout, a couple different IPAs. This IPA is one we make that has spruce tips in it. This is our Northwest style IPA, the 9 Eyes. We have a nice cream ale with orange zest in it. And then our lightest beer is Half Penny Lager. So if you've never had our beer before or just want a variety, it's a good way to experience our coin toss.
All right, we're gonna do the coin toss. That's what I need right there. I'm going away for weekend with in-laws.
Okay.
And
well, you definitely take some beer.
Yeah, that's where I'm taking it. So let's go and get that one there.
You want to do the sample pack?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we are Catman Cellars. We're based out of Newburgh. We're up on Carrot Mountain. We like to specialize in big, bold European reds. We source a lot of our grapes up from kind of Eastern Washington area. Malbec's probably our top seller. Next, we like the Cab Franc. We've got a Pinot. You know, everyone here loves the Pinots. Pinot is definitely going to go. Ours is very light. Like I said, we like to specialize in more heavier, bolder reds. We're a really small operation. We're not open to public tastings. You have to get from us direct, or different markets around town, events and things like that.
Can I try one of the Malbecs?
Malbec, of course.
Look at me. I don't have hands for this. Hold on. Okay, you can probably see this, but I'm going in close up. That's good. It's
Really
smooth,
good?
yeah.
It's very smooth.
Yeah. It just tastes good. So, nice. Thank you. I know you.
Hi.
You have to know about this particular artist. Not only is she a, what do you call it? Your crochet, crafting, styling. She was also another episode of ours when I did on Mount Hood Meadows. She's with the Westland snowboarding high school team, or was. So with that said, can you tell us a little bit more about your artwork here?
Yeah, for sure. Basically my main goal is to just create stuff, and once I get enough revenue with my crocheting these, I'm planning on donating hats to the homeless shelters in Portland, and eventually if my business hopefully gets big enough, I would love to outsource my products to places like in less developed countries like the Philippines or other places where they need job opportunities, and provide them with the instructions and really just help them out. So
this is great. Hey, you grow your hair out a little longer, you can use the scrunchie. That scrunchies, that was when I was younger, like in the 90s. Like everybody had scrunchies. All right, Ashley, great job.
thank you.
Hey, how are you? Just Rum, Sandy, Oregon. Man, that's talk. That's just right to the point, isn't it? Well, I love rum.
We'll sample up. Well, I inherited a whiskey still from my great uncle, and everything he made was terrible. So I decided to try and make a traditional, historically accurate rum, and that's where this comes from. That's why we use cane juice, not sugar and molasses. His sugar and molasses are not harvested the same way today that they were back then. So we went for an authentic taste. Hence you get a rum agricole. Everything comes out of the still is the white. We started selling it in Oregon last year. That was actually when we started everything. But then we rest some of it on oak and some of it on maple wood and some on natural spices. We change the spiced recipe every year, but it's quite tasty. There you go.
Nice. And what are the flavors that everybody seems to, you know?
Some people like the white, some people like the maple, some people like oak, some people like the spiced. We did send 2 to Florida last year for the Rum Renaissance Festival. Took gold medals with both the maple and the white. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Feel free to try some.
Let's try the maple, since that like won the prize.
Well, the white took gold as well.
I will. I'll do that. All right.
There's the maple.
Going in for the maple. Oh, I think I just like transcended my throat somehow. That was a good one. That's good. Oh yeah, I'm going this way. And then the white?
The white, yeah.
Simple white.
This is where it all started.
This is where it all started. Woo! I like it.
It's all 102 proof.
102 proof. My wife's driving, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, this is good.
Right.
Can I try the oak too? And might as well finish it off.
Might as well do the spice. Yeah.
Right.
The oak is going to come off like a whiskey. We use Oregon oak. So if I didn't tell you rum, you would swear whiskey. I promise.
Okay. Oh, I see what we're talking about.
Okay.
It's good though. Man, that opens your senses.
Right.
Oh, it's good though. You see why the pirates like it.
Now you know why the rum was always gone.
So this one is chai spice, so it just gets laid over different chai spices.
Chai spices. Here we go. Whew. That's nice.
Thank you.
They're all really good. Okay. Now I gotta take some. I might do the maple.
All right, maple it is.
Just the bag?
Just a bag. Just a distillery.
And just rum. You are in some liquor stores around?
53 Oregon liquor stores so far, trying to grow it.
Okay, 53 Oregon liquor stores locally, so I'll look for it now instead of going to the corporate liquor. Thank you. I got myself like way too much liquor. Oh no, the corgi. Is this the same corgi that grew in like 2 weeks? There was a corgi that came by, I think, a couple Wednesdays ago. Was it puppy?
No, she's 2 almost.
Yeah, okay. She looks like she was. I saw her earlier underneath that truck, not wanting to move.
Oh yeah, she was. She's like, there's some shade.
Yeah, she's like, I saw you like, she's not moving. She's not moving.
Got all your shopping done?
You know, I did. I have to buy one more bottle of vodka for a family. But
Sure, it's for family.
we're going away for the lake with family, so we have to bring all this stuff. But you know what? I think it'd be a perfect thing for me if I have a little sample of your relax and recovery. Now, before we start, if you can give us a little rundown of Merle and Marshall's Trail Brew. We did this before on the first Wednesday, But I'd love to have you repeat it again.
Yeah, so Trail Brew is a coffee alternative designed by me and my buddy. Merle and Marshall are our middle names. So we wanted something that was caffeine free and not as acidic as coffee, so we made an alternative that's instant, made out of roasted roots, herbs, and mushrooms. All three blends have different functions depending on the urban mushroom blend. We have a naturally energizing blend called Rise and Flow. The one you're going to try is the Relax and Recover, which is great for the nervous system and also tendons and ligaments. So it's a good, like, before your activity, after your activity kind of a thing. And then the hot cocoa is like a dark chocolate hot cocoa, dairy-free, gluten-free, and it's really fortifying for the immune system.
And tell me about, you told me that you guys developed this based off your hiking, and you wanted something a little bit more suitable.
We were tired of drinking instant coffee. There's some good tasting instant coffee out there, but we started noticing the caffeine was taking a toll on our bodies, and we were feeling more on edge than we wanted to. And also our digestion too was kind of taking a hit from it. You're already eating like dehydrated meals on the trail and not the best quality because we're just trying to get calories. So we wanted something to substitute coffee and couldn't really find it. So we made it. So this was originally designed as an alternative for backpackers and kayakers, people who are out on the trail for a few days or out on the river for a few days.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to get myself, I got to try the Relax and Recover, but I'm definitely going to get the hot cocoa. So let me try this Relax and Recover.
This is probably our darkest, most bitter blend.
Darkest bitter blend. Oh, that's what I needed. I've been sampling all the liquor.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a lightweight, so...
Something to wash it down.
Yeah, this is great.
It also dissolves in cold water just as easily, so you can have an instant cold brew if you're not wanting a hot drink like on a day like today.
Actually, the hot drink was really soothing.
Oh, really?
So yeah. But yeah, let me pick up the Relax and Recover. Yeah. And look at this. You know, I don't know if you're a mask expert. Here you go. Okay. So you're giving I'm getting hot cocoa, Relax and Recover.
Yeah.
You say it works with cold water as well?
Cold water as well, just as easily. The cocoa you can ice, but you'll need some hot water just to dissolve the powdered coconut milk in there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Shake. But I can't wait. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Have a good time at the lake.
Thanks. I'm back. Hi. I'm back because I was ordered to get more dregs.
Oh, awesome.
I got one more bottle I need to get.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
We're all set. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to looking at your website.
Yeah. I'll send all the links to the videos and stuff like that. All right, thanks, Caroline, see ya. Bye. Oh, I should probably go the right way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I gotta use it one way. I gotta go around the one way. As you can see, you're following me. Now I gotta go to J&R Mexican Foods for dinner. Oh, this is a new vendor. Look how beautiful this stuff is. Really pretty artwork by Laura Coppers. All right, you're my new best friend with that Star Wars shirt. What the heck is that about?
I did not feel like getting dressed this morning. It was hot. I just wanted to wear a t-shirt.
That's perfect. And here's the funny thing I just found out too. My daughter bought her jewelry from you for her prom dress.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah, she has blue eyes. She looks nothing like Asian. She looks like you, like with blonde hair. You know, it's like, so.
That's awesome. Did she get to have a prom?
Yeah, it might be coming up. You! And my family, my wife and daughter bought a bracelet for me today. So they were yeah. All right, we're back again, but I gotta go.
It looked pretty good. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You're doing it. Oh, we gotta see this. Look at this in the middle. This is our girl. She's like you're like one of the main people. Why do we gotta get a feature right here?
Oh, okay. She was just telling me the great story of how they came up for the name.
Oh.
Of the company.
All right, lay it on us.
So I bought the brand last year, but it's been a brand that's been around in Portland for like 10, 12 years now. The original owner wanted to call it Baldies.
Baldies?
Baldies. It's a hair product. He
That's
wanted
what I
to
need,
call it
Baldies.
Baldies. With like a bald Mr. Clean guy as the mascot. And his partners were like, you can't call a hair product Baldies. So Sid Lab is Baldies backwards.
That's so funny.
Very Portland story. This is a Portland-based brand, so it makes sense that we have a funny story to go along with it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, as I get older, you know, my daughter was telling me, she said, hey, it's really, because she did my quarantine haircut. She says, it's really weird, Dad, like you have more hair on your side and the back and not as much as your top. I go, I know, that's weird. It's really weird. So what shampoos do you have in place to help men of my age deal with the hair not so much on your top?
We have a shampoo called Trilogy, which is a men's shampoo. It's a 3-in-1 men's shampoo. It's a shampoo, a scalp enhancer, so it tingles your scalp. It cleans off all of the rough, gross stuff that's in your hair, and that's what inhibits your hair from growing is the grimy stuff that builds up in there. So you have the cleans all that out, and that helps your hair grow easier. And it's got the conditioner built in. So one product for three different things.
Can you show me that product?
Yeah. It's called Trilogy. It's got menthol in there, peppermint, so it smells very minty.
And because of you, we have this market. Thank you so much.
Sure, yeah.
What?
I've been working on the market probably 10 years now.
All right, Trilogy. I got to remember that.
Yeah, and I can give you a sample if you want.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. Who's your little guy?
This is Roxy.
Hey, Roxy. Oh, look at that nose right in the camera. Oh. All right. Off to J&R Mexican Foods because I need to get some. Oh, my family's waiting. Here we go. Hey, what are we getting? Wait, what are we getting?
I already ordered.
Okay, I'll order myself. Fine, that's all good.
All right, will you leave him a tip?
I will leave a big tip.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I need to order dinner too. Oh, let's just make it 2 chicken tacos. And hey, you don't have that horchata left over, do you? Or is that the only one, right?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, thank you.
It was probably the best horchata I've ever had.
Thank you very much.
It was so creamy.
And then everything on the tacos?
Yes, please. All right, so we're just waiting for our food from J&R Mexican Foods. Can't wait to have dinner. I've been eyeballing that place for a long time. Like I said, my wife is a huge fan of Mexican food. Their horchata was insane, and I feel very touched that they brought a cup just for me. They weren't even selling it. They just brought it for me because I was talking about it so much. So it's just so cool. Anyway, so this episode, as you can see, was kind of all over the place. I was trying to focus just on the Moonshiners and all the liquor samples. I did try every single liquor sample I could get my hands on to. My wife's driving. Thank goodness she didn't drink anything, so that helps. But in the meantime, all the links to all the vendors will be listed below in the description, so if you want to learn more about them. And we're just finding out that a lot of these vendors here are having their food and drink specialties going to be featured at places like the Willamette Ale and Cider House. So that's going to be exciting once the market wraps up here. And as I walk back to the market, as they wrap up for another Wednesday, I just want to let you know that this show is sponsored by my real estate services. So in case you're looking to buy or sell a home in this area, please let me know. Or if you have any questions about real estate in the state of Oregon, again, please contact me. All my information is below. In the meantime, the rest of you can go over to aroundtheneighborhood.tv to get more episodes, to find past episodes about this market, plus a whole other bunch of other episodes around all the state of Oregon. Again, that's at aroundtheneighborhood.tv. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you around the neighborhood.
You know, one of the great gems in West Linn is that it's the home of oldoregonphotos.com. Owned and operated by John Klatt, it's become one of the best resources to find historical photos for the whole state of Oregon. And speaking of moonshining, John's wife Jody, one of her favorite photos happens to be chicken and beer. Just a bunch of jokers from Oswego who were enjoying some beer and chicken. This is back in 1910, so little did they know that liquor was going to be outlawed 6 years later. Another photo from the 1930s shows two fine gentlemen sharing a drink up at Pete's Mountain. So there's a little bit of history from the Westland area. Again, you can find more photos at oldoregonphotos.com. And if you get a chance, always try to sneak away to get to the coast. I mean, come on.